Back with another topic. Basically, a question that I get asked so much. I feel this will help a lot of you guys out who have been so confused where to start from. So, in this video, I will share my journey with you all and will also answer some of your questions along with my picks that you can start your collection with. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. First of all, I'm really glad to know that I get a lot of you guys influenced and wanting to be a part of sneaker community. So the biggest thing about starting a collection is figuring out what exactly you like. And as much as I say don't get caught up with the hype, people easily influence your opinion. For example, if I get a trash shoe and say they are really dope and you have to cop it, a majority of the people will go for it, and that's the first example of hype. If you see Kanye wearing a certain shoe, for example, and you look up to him, you're gonna want that shoe to be like him. So I'm not gonna say to stay away from that because that's just who we are, it's human nature. All I can say is to stick with what you like. That's what the sneaker culture is about. If you like Jordan 12s, go for Jordan 12s. If you like Easy 500s, go for them. If you like Asics, go for Asics. What's funny is when I started my Instagram and then YouTube later, I was an Adidas guy and I had not even got my first pair of Jordans, and now it's the reverse. So as you grow, your style changes. You don't know about a shoe until you try it. People are gonna talk shit like, what the fuck are those? They're so ugly. But at the end of the day, if you like it, that's what matters. Now let me share how I started. I started my collection with an NMD R1 which I had no idea about. A friend of mine told me about this whole sneaker thing and I went to the Adidas store with him where he showed me these NMDs. At that point, I wasn't thinking about their resale value or how cool they are among sneakerheads. I was just fascinated with the concept of sneaker community since I was into shoes generally growing up. So I just saw them, tried them on, I loved how comfortable they were and looked really nice on feet, so I went for them. I think they were for about 16k if I remember, and that's the highest I had ever spent on trainers, to be specific. That was the first time I looked at sneakers differently. Hence, I take that as my first step towards being a part of the sneaker community. So as I moved on, I realized how I want different styles in my collection to wear with different outfits in my daily life. So I bought Vans Old Schools, Converse Chuck Taylors and many more. By wearing all these, I realized what I like and what level of comfort I want from my sneakers. So I gradually started going up from there. I got some Ultra Boost then and also my very first Easy 350 V2s, and finally my first Jordan 1 highs much later. It may seem like the obvious way to grow, but it wasn't like that for me. I wasn't watching any YouTube videos and I had no connection with sneaker culture yet. I just explored and tried more shoes as and when I came to know of it. After this, things changed for me as I had grown extremely fond of sneakers and saw it as a way of life, and that's when I switched up my Instagram and started my YouTube later, as that was something I wanted to do anyways and realized I should make videos for people like me who had no idea how to start with sneakers. So this was my journey to starting my sneaker collection. Now let's talk about how you can start yours. I would say before buying anything you see people like me wearing, first you gotta ask yourself a question. Are sneakers gonna be your way of life, or are they just an occasional thing for you since it is trending now? So if you just want it cause of the trending aspect, then you rather save up money and start with those Jordans or any other expensive sneakers you really want. But if you feel connected and want it to be a part of your life, then I suggest you consider your use of it first. Like say for example, if you walk a lot daily, you work out, you socialize a lot and things like that. Why I'm saying this is because your collection should start with fulfilling your needs first. Because no matter what your dream shoe is or what's the coolest one currently, you gotta first have something for your feet while you live through to save up for those hype sneakers. You can start with some old schools, Chuck Taylors, Superstars, the basic stuff. These are all-round sneakers that you can work in, socialize in, go to college in, etc. Once you have your basics, you can then graduate to buying better sneakers that you will want to wear on special days, say like Puma RSX or Jordan 1 lows, mids. So no matter what your affordability is, you cannot ignore your daily needs to go after the most hyped and coolest sneakers out there. When it comes to sneakers, you got to stop evaluating them by how much they cost or what their resale value is. There are no standards to be a sneakerhead. What makes you a sneakerhead is how dependent you are on sneakers for any activity in life. Now, two very important things to keep in mind. Number of sneakers and how expensive they are. If you're thinking this before starting a collection, then I'm sorry, you are in a very wrong space in life. You have absolutely no connection to sneakers. You have to see what you like and what purpose it serves you in your daily life when starting a collection. After all, you are going to buy this to make yourself feel good and not others. Now, before I made this video, I asked you guys on my Instagram if you have some specific questions on this topic, and I got a lot of crazy and stupid questions along with some really sensible ones, which I am going to answer right now. These questions are very well a part of what I wanted to include in this video, so hear them out. Alright, so first question. Top 5 sneakers that I would recommend and which one should be a first all-rounder? Good question. So the top 5 sneakers that I would recommend to start with will probably be the Puma RS-X for sure. Then you can go with a classic Nike Air Force 1 all white, and probably another Jordan 1 low, and maybe a pair of Vans old school and Converse Chuck Taylors for your daily needs, like I said in the video. About the first sneaker being an all-rounder, it would hands down be the Puma RS-X because they look good with anything and they have multiple uses. They are also very comfortable. So yeah. Moving on to the next question. Can you collect sneakers that cost under 10k? Yes, definitely you can. Like I said, it's not about how much the sneakers cost. It's about how much you like them and how many you like. So definitely you can have a collection of sneakers that all cost under 10,000 rupees. Next question. Sneaker collection is considered by number of sneakers or price. Again, like I said before, sneaker collection is not about how many sneakers you have and how much they cost in total. Sneaker collection is about what you like and how many you like. That's simply what it is. Next question. Where to purchase? So you can obviously purchase all these sneakers from the brands themselves, like Adidas India website, Puma India website, Reebok India website. Also you can find all of these sneakers on Superkicks and Veg Non-Veg. But I'll say one thing, when you're starting your collection, please do not fall into the trap of these Instagram pages selling sneakers, because there are too many technicalities involved in that, and I will make a video about that also in the future. So for now, to start your collection, I would say you stick by the retail channels only that are available in India. Next question. Quality or quantity? I think I've already answered that. So for example, if I had about 10 to 15,000 rupees, I would go for quality instead of quantity. I would first buy the Puma RS-X for about 8,000 rupees and maybe add in Vans old school so that I can have one for my daily wear and one for my occasional wear. Next question. Cover the basics first or jump to the hype? Obviously, if you watch this video since the beginning, I told you and I explained that very concept itself, that it's very important to cover your basics first and then probably you can go into buying some hype. Next question. So this guy says, I struggle to buy new sneakers along with collecting older releases. Trust me, I'm in that phase almost all the time. You cannot have everything, and also there are lots and tons of sneakers that keep coming out every week, every month. So it is better you first go after what is coming now and how much you want it more than any other. And probably there will come a time when there are not enough exciting releases for you. So that is the time when you can consider some of your older pickups that you wanted and go for them. Next question. Do we have to compromise on comfort? No, not at all. If you have seen my older videos or you follow me on Instagram, you would know that I have bought a lot of sneakers, for example the Fear of God, and I had got the Friends and Family one for an extremely high price. But because those sneakers are not comfortable at all, I did not keep those. I sold it off because I cannot wear a sneaker which is not comfortable. So you definitely don't have to compromise on comfort, at least I don't. Next question. How to know which sneakers are releasing? Do we have to follow each brand? Well, no, you don't have to follow each brand. What you can do is just follow Superkicks and Veg Non-Veg to get updates on the retail releases, and apart from that, follow me for every other information that you need about upcoming releases, as I make monthly videos on that topic specifically. Next question. Should collection be just about hype? No, definitely not. As you can see, I have a lot of general releases in my collection as well, and I do tend to depend on them more than I wear my hype. So it is definitely not about how hyped a sneaker is. It's just about how comfortable it is and what suits your need. Next question. Are off-white dunks good to start with? Yes, definitely. If you have seen my previous video, how to make money reselling sneakers, I explained in that video how today's situation is such that the whole market is crashing. and Off-White Dunks have already also crashed quite a lot from the highest point. So if you have that budget and you're considering to start with that, then definitely it's a very good pickup. And not just that, those shoes are extremely comfortable and you can wear it for absolutely anything you want. Next question. My first shoe was Air Jordan 1 High. Which one should I go for next? Well, if you've bought the Air Jordan 1 High first, then I'm sure you know the basics about sneakers. I don't really consider Air Jordan 1 to be the most comfortable sneaker out there. It is more of a lifestyle sneaker. So I would suggest you to go for an easy. It can be any 500, 350, 380, anything that you like. They are all comfortable. So at least you have that part covered. Next question. How to start reselling upcoming sneakers, cop or drop, how to sell on StockX. I have all of these videos made already on my channel. You can go check out my channel after this video. And about how to sell on StockX, yes, I know I've been saying from a long time, but it's because of this lockdown that I couldn't shoot that. So I'm going to make that video very soon. Next question. How to know which sneakers to pick up? Well, if you have absolutely no idea what sneakers to go for in the beginning and you have not been introduced to the whole culture, then I will just give you a small exhaustive list that you can probably consider buying first. I would suggest you stick with Nikes, Adidas, Reebok, Puma to start with, and then maybe you can go forward from there. Alright, so the last question but not the least, should we act like hypebeasts or go for general releases before collabs? Well, you don't have to act like a hypebeast, it comes with your nature. I am someone who really likes the latest releases and the hype behind it, so which is why I am a hypebeast. That doesn't mean you have to act like me or try to become one. You have to just do what you like. So definitely, even if you're a hypebeast, I would still say go for the GRs first, because they are more accessible and you will get more idea. You can try more sneakers and get to know which you like, and probably after that you can consider investing high amounts of money for collabs. So that's it guys, I hope you like this video. I tried to talk to you guys in this video instead of just trying to tell you guys everything about a topic. I'm going to try to have a conversation than purely doing an informative speech going forward. So do let me know if this format is better or you would like me to continue being a professor. That will be all for today, and I shall see you next week with another one. Peace.